Hi, I'm Matt.
Hey there, I'm Bianca.
And in this episode, we're talking about why it's important to book your lifestyle travel right now.
That's right, so stay tuned. We're the Traveling Swingers.
We're back.
We're back. Hello.
Oh, it's been too long.
It has. It's been a minute.
Yeah, everybody's kind of been at home the last year.
Yep.
And all of our vacations were canceled.
I know. Sad.
So we figured we'd just kind of build a vacation at home.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what this is. We're actually in a Tiki Room that I've built over the last year.
Yeah.
Just because we love vacation so much and we couldn't go on them.
Right. And since he's building the Tiki Room, I've been working on the Tiki drinks.
Yeah. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking a strawberry daiquiri with a maraschino float.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Mine's rum and Coke. That's kind of boring. Okay. But delicious, and it reminds us of vacations.
Yes. The first sip I took of that, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm on a beach somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not.
Yeah. So we just kind of wanted to talk today about why vacations are a good idea to plan right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that everybody's just kind of been sitting around just waiting for something to happen, and now things are starting to happen.
Yes.
The world is starting to open up. Cruise lines are talking. Airlines are cheap. It's just all a lot of really good reasons to start thinking about traveling, and of course, in a lifestyle vacation is going to be the best type of trip that you can take.
100%.
Yes, yeah. So, what are some of the reasons it's a good idea to plan travel right now?
Well, I think planning travel helps with, any depression you might be feeling.
Mm-hmm.
We're all sitting at home, we're wishing we could travel, rather than just like being sad that you can't and looking longingly at your suitcases. Plan a trip.
Mm-hmm.
That helps you to feel a little bit better, get you excited about what could happen down the line, and, brings up your good energy.
Yeah, and that's an important one because over the last year, a lot of people have been very depressed.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people that have gone through some personal issues just because they've really been sitting at home and not being able to do a lot of things. Personally, like we said, we travel all the time. We do 6-7 vacations a year, approximately every year until early March of 2020, and then they just stopped and everything got canceled. But we are planning the next ones now that things are starting to open up. So yeah, depression is definitely something that is not something that you want to live with, you want to deal with, even though a lot of people are.
Yeah.
And having something that you can look forward to as we're almost there, looking at that calendar and saying, hey, okay.
Yeah.
Few more months or whatever it might
Even
be.
almost thinking about, like, not to get all hippie on you, but creating some sort of like a vision board of like, whether it's on Pinterest or just, within your computer, or you actually do create a vision board of these are the trips that we're going to take this year. Just, putting that out there of this is where we want to go and what we want to see and what we want to do and who we want to do and just, all the different things that, it just helps to bring those spirits up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Planning. You know what also is great about planning?
What's
New
that?
clothes.
New clothes.
Yeah. I mean, we've been thinking about this, like, I haven't refreshed my wardrobe at all. And, as things are opening up, I'm like, I have nothing to wear. And, so, if you have a trip planned out, you can start planning on clothes, which you would do anyways, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, start getting those in and do a little fashion show for your partner. And, that definitely would bring my spirits up.
It would, actually. And we literally this morning just bought this Hawaiian shirt just so we could just I could feel like I'm on vacation just a little bit more.
Right.
Ready, actually, at the end with the khakis, I feel like I'm going to Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
I just need a fedora and a big old cigar.
Right.
And that's
you're dressed for it.
That's right, and got the Hawaiian outfit on too, so it's perfect. This works out real well. So having something like that, buying some clothes, buying some shoes, is getting ready. Makes people generally makes a lot of people happier, right?
Yes.
It makes you happier
Yes,
to buy stuff. So
yeah.
Even better when I buy it for you.
Ooh, even better, yes.
It's also nice just to make plans.
Sure.
Making plans is it gives you something to hold on to, and that's important right now. And now that things are starting to open up, you can start to make those actual plans. We had done, for example, some plans. We were supposed to go to Mexico earlier this year, and that got canceled, of course, and that sucked. But now that things are starting to actually open up and travel agencies are starting to say, hey, this is what we're going to be doing next year, we signed up, we made the reservations, and now we can deal with getting the airfare and getting the overnight hotel beforehand or whatever it might be, and that is just something that just makes us a little happier that way, and it's a good idea. So, and of course, along those lines, buying airline tickets right now, ridiculously cheap.
That's true.
It might be a hassle to fly right now, but who cares? Flying is no fun anyway, no matter what you do, no matter what time.
I seriously can't relax until we're past security and I've got a glass of wine in my hand or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you just got to take a straw, put it under your mask. And
I still think that they should invent a mask that has a straw hole. I mean, I know that defeats the purpose, or some sort of flap, a straw flap.
Sure.
I don't know. Someone out there is going to do it.
Yeah. But besides airfare, of course, a lot of the resorts and the cruises and that type of thing are actually really good deals right now, which is another good reason to do those plans. For example, like Hedonism and some Desire Resorts, they're actually giving like free nights and they're giving discounts and that type of thing because they just want people to book again, because they've been the whole tourist industry has just been decimated over the last year. So the companies that have made it through all of this have really put together some really good deals to make sure that people will book again.
Yes.
So you do want to take a look and see what all the really good deals are that are out there, because some of the prices that I've seen, free nights, whatever it might be, are better than honestly I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
And that's something to keep in mind.
Absolutely.
And if you can travel and you feel comfortable traveling, then that's what you want to do as soon as possible before those prices go up.
Right. One of the other great things about planning ahead is, especially if you're going on a lifestyle trip, getting onto social media. Start making friends with people now before you go on the trip, before it happens. You can start finding people locally that you're going to be going on the trip with, a cruise or whatever it is. And you can look to people everybody that's going to be on the cruise, and start making friends, connections now. You have so much time to make those connections that when you actually go on the trip, you've already got like a set group of friends ready to go.
Exactly. For example, the cruise that's happening this November of 21, which is the largest lifestyle event that's ever happened. 6,000 people on a ship. Crazy. 6,000 people that all want to have sex with you.
Right.
Yeah.
With me?
Most likely. Yeah.
Oh. Hi.
So start doing your calisthenics now. That's another reason to plan. You have just a few months to do your stretches, so you become very limber. But because we've known we were going on this trip, and that trip definitely is happening, or I don't see why I wouldn't at this point, that we have gotten on to a lot of the groups. And for example, actually SOP Lifestyle Productions actually has a group specifically dedicated to the different events, but there's actually quite a few different groups on Facebook and other places that are focused on these events, that you can actually connect with other people going on the same boat or whatever it might be, and connect with them as much as you possibly can. Say hi, see if you're interested, see if they have an account on one of the lifestyle websites. You can take a look and see what they're into or what they're not into, and connect that way and say hi. Actually, the last time we went on the numerous times we've been on cruises, I think we've been on 5 or 6 now, something like that, of the lifestyle cruises. Beforehand, I'll make numerous plans, and so we'll actually have, on Tuesday we're having dinner with this couple, and Wednesday we're having dinner with this couple, and we just meet a lot of people that way, and it's wonderful.
And imagine how much time you would save not having to do the negotiation when you're on the cruise. If you're texting each other, we're into this, we're not into this, we're into this, and then bam, done, next. And then you don't have to do that on the cruise. Like when you meet someone, you're like, what are you into? What are you into? Sometimes that can be awkward in person.
That's true. It's true.
I don't know.
We're meeting for you Tuesday night at 8 p.m. and then at 8:13 we're going to go back to our room, and you are going to perform fellatio on my... Okay. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh, okay. Because you were saying planning is important. So,
yes, planning is important. I wasn't talking that much.
Okay.
No, but if you meet a couple, like on a cruise or at a club or whatever, you meet someone somewhere, there's usually like the little bit of like that flirtation. Do we match up? Do we have enough to talk about, whatever? And then there comes the negotiation of, we like same room, well, we like separate room, but we're okay with that. We want full swap, we want soft swap. So you have that negotiation of what you're into. Then you go back to play. But you also have the part where somebody has to initiate all that. If you've already done that online through texting, then when you get there and you get to the bar, it's like, have a cocktail, go to the playroom.
Sure, there you go.
So I'm saying you save time. So then you could have appointments,
efficiency.
Other appointments. Yes, you're more efficient. So you have breakfast, lunch, and after dinner.
That's right. Okay.
Midnight snack.
I like the way you think. Actually, something else to keep in mind too is that going back to what we were saying about airfare and tickets and such, is that a lot of these trips, including that cruise, have been sold out for 2 years.
Right.
However, because of what's going on in the world, a lot of people have been canceling left and right. They just don't want to travel yet. But if you feel comfortable traveling, that's when you should contact SOP or whoever your travel agent is and say, hey, I want to get on this cruise, or I want to go on this trip. I see that it's sold out. Can you put me on the waiting list? And as far as I've heard, for example, that trip, the waiting list is just moving very quickly because people are canceling. People just don't want to do it this year. They want to do it next year, and that's perfectly fine. That just means more space available now for people to come on this boat. But this is one of those trips that is once in a lifetime type thing. So
100%.
Yeah, we're super excited about that. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. There are a lot of cancellations. A lot of places are just trying to fill up as much as they can. So do book.
Yeah.
And of course, something along the same lines is make sure you have your passports checked. We actually got invited back in February to go with some friends of ours to Mexico, different trip, and they gave us like a week's notice, and we're like, oh yeah, absolutely, we can go. And then we looked at our passports, and we saw that our passports expired like in a month. And passports are something that you actually have to have 6 months in advance before the expiration date, or they might not let you back in the country or to another country, whatever it might be.
And I've heard stories that it can be very difficult, that you will be left in that country.
And now's not the time that you want that type of thing to happen.
Goodness, no.
So right now, take a look at your passport and make sure you've got at least 6 months on it. And if it's 6 months or less or getting close to that, go and renew it. It took us maybe a month, maybe 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It was 4 to 6 weeks.
Took us a while to get the photo and all that. Like
that was the hardest
that
part.
was a hassle, but yeah, once we finally figured that out and got it mailed in, it was just a few weeks.
So now we're ready to travel for the next decade.
We're ready to travel right now.
That's right. So we've got a whole plan. So now up on your screen are actually going to be a lot of the different trips that we have planned coming up that SOP has in their schedule. However, of course, everything is open to change at this point.
Right.
A lot of the trips that have happened over the last year have just been canceled, of course, but actually kind of just pushed back. There were trips planned to Italy and Greece, and actually Antarctica is coming up in the next few years. That's once in a lifetime. So keep in mind that these dates are not set in stone yet. But what you want to do is you want to go to swingeropenpoly.com and take a look at the calendar. Keep an eye on that. Make sure that you do check out the page where you can fill out to get on their email list, because that has the best plans that have the latest dates and have updated new trips, that type of thing, so you can book as soon as they become available, and in case there are changes of dates that you would be made aware of that.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you ready to travel?
Oh my gosh, I'm so ready to travel.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on this. Make sure you subscribe and like and all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you on the next trip.
We can't wait to hang out with you.
All right, thanks for watching. Bye.